I say that a man can approach
Go for
and you
it,
can.
and if you just read them, try to go for the kiss.
So men are wait.
Like this.
And
then if they like,
That was spontaneous.
My question is.
That's not my
my
husband.
question is why would
How's it going, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing communication from a channel called It's Complicated. Basically, It's Complicated is a YouTube channel where there's this guy, he goes around asking people,
after getting a girl's number, how long is too long to wait and how soon is too soon to call?
Personally, I think that's completely up to you and how you feel that conversation went.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first contact you?
Text. Please don't call me right away. I won't answer.
Why is that?
Because it's just too much pressure. Just text me.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first contact you?
Text. I think a call is kind of creepy.
so already there's quite a bit to unpack over there. When it comes to asking, for somebody's number, I think the first time you interact, I honestly think I don't see a problem with calling, but I can see in a situation where maybe the person forgets who you are. So maybe, for example, if you are going to contact somebody whose number you just got, send them a message or send them a WhatsApp text. Say, hey, it's so-and-so. Send a picture of yourself, and then maybe they can be like, oh, okay, I remember it's this person now. And then afterwards you can be like, hey, are you free for a call? Yeah, I am. And then you can call. At least that way they can get into the mindset of knowing, okay, this is who I'm talking to. Because maybe like when you call initially, they're going to now be going in their head like, what does he look like? What is it this? What's this? What's that? And also when you send them a picture, it also gives them, the confirmation of, are they actually attracted to you? Because, sometimes when you go out, the alcohol is flowing, you might not actually like, or you might not be seeing properly what someone looks like. So at least if you send them a text message and a picture before you call, you can at least, know what's up.
Have you ever been ghosted before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever ghosted somebody before, and if so, why?
Yes.
They were too persistent.
Yeah. Lose interest.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
They feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it worse to lead somebody on?
Yes.
Yes, it is. But I think you feel bad at the moment. You feel guilty, and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So you're just like, eh.
Why do some women give out and even offer up their number, but then ghost you when you contact them?
I don't know. I do it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe like they kind of like had good intentions and they kind of wanted to talk to you, but you just weren't like that interesting. Maybe I don't know why I do it. So I don't know.
And then regarding what the last girl said, the one that's on the screen right now, ghosting. I think when it comes to ghosting and you're saying you don't want to hurt their feelings, I think that actually hurts their feelings more. Because when you ghost someone, that person is now going to be thinking in their head, what did I do wrong? Was it this? Was it that? Was it this? And it could be something as simple as, oh, I was just not that into you. Or when you find with a lot of people, you find that maybe someone is hooked up on their ex, or maybe they're pursuing somebody else. But now that previous person is not just going to be hooked. And it's not nice for both people, So I think when it comes to ghosting, if you can, I know confrontation is not the nicest thing, but if you know you're not interested, respectfully tell them, hey, I'm not interested, thank you. Yes, initially you might be finding people get mad and whatever, but in the long run, treat people how you want to be treated.
How should a man know if a woman is playing hard to get or if she's just not interested?
She doesn't text you. She doesn't call you. She does not return your call. She's not texting you, dude.
Men, that's the one thing men don't understand is when a woman's not interested, they don't get that point. They don't see it. They just continue to do it. So if a woman is short answered, you can just tell by the answer she gives you, yeah, yes, okay, sure, she's not interested. If she gives you in-depth questions and answers with detail and information, then she's interested in you.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. Shout out to our outfit, the lady in the green, like in the green leaves. Yeah, that's definitely 100%. Like I always tell my friends, I'm like, look, guys, choose women who choose you. Choose women who choose you. You can tell. Nowadays, especially with our 24/7 mindset, like our phones are pretty much our lives. When you text someone and then someone is like, oh no, I was so super busy that they couldn't get back to you all day, that's a lie. That's just pure nonsense. Because even when you're going to the bathroom, most people have their phones with them in the bathroom. If you are enough of a priority, that person will shoot a quick text and be like, hey, I'm super busy, but I'll give you a call later on, blah, 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 blah. You make time for the people that you're interested in. So if you're busy texting a girl and she's not replying, or she's giving like this guy, what you call the guy in the, I'm assuming that's a wheelchair or some sort of form of chair. If you're texting a girl and she's giving you short answers, she's not giving you detailed answers, she's not showing enthusiasm when you call, when you text, and she's taking forever to get back to you, take the L, move on. Choose women who choose you. That if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, the fellas that are watching this, choose women who choose you. You want to be with someone who's enthusiastic about being with you, not someone who's just like, you're the best that I can do.
Are you too busy to find love, or do you make time for what's important?
Both.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
No.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
If you're not interested, then
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you cancel some shit?
yeah. John Cena, Justin Bieber, I'm in Las Vegas, please.
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you make time to see him?
Oh, most definitely.
So then isn't it true?
Celebrity, it's
That's
different.
like, yeah, it's
Well, is
If you really like somebody, you're gonna make time to see them. Like, it's, if you don't, then you're gonna obviously like, oh yeah, we could do that another day.
And there you go. Exactly. Like I was saying before, if it's important to you, you're going to find time for it. That's why for me, I really don't believe in this thing when people say, oh no, I was super busy or I couldn't find time or anything like that. No, what the real answer is that you were not enough of a priority for me to actually text you, or you weren't enough of a priority for me to actually reschedule my day or to drop other things for you. So the most typical example, you find most people working out, going to the gym, eating healthy and all that stuff. You find most people be like, oh, I'm so busy with work. When I get home, I'm tired. I do this, I do that. I don't believe that, because most of the time when people do go home, most of the time it's people will be scrolling on Instagram, TikTok. They'll be watching their series. They'll be watching a movie, or they'll be doing something. And when it comes to working out, all you really need is 30 minutes. That's it, 30 minutes. If you actually just work out 30 minutes a day, maybe 3 times a week, and then you change your eating habits, you can make a big change. But most people will be like, I don't have any time for that. The reality is, working out is not enough of a priority for them to change their schedule. So it's the same thing when it comes to dating. If somebody asks you out, and if it's somebody that you're really into, best believe you are going to make time. You will make time. Literally, you can have a situation where your car needs to go in for servicing. You were meant to meet up with your friends. You will tell your friend and be like, look, I love y'all, but I really want to go see about this girl, or I really want to go see about this guy. You make time for the things that are important. If you find somebody's always making excuses, flaking and all that stuff, just accept the L, move on. You can tell, you can feel someone's energy, feel someone's tone and enthusiasm when they're talking to you. If they're not that enthusiastic, take your L and move on.
So would you say that women make rules for the wrong guy and break rules for the right guy?
Yes.
That's actually a bar. Women break rules for the wrong guy and make rules for the right one. Put that on a shirt.
Is it possible to have confrontation without hostility?
Yes.
I've spoken to many women who say they avoid confrontation. Isn't confrontation part of communication?
it is.
Yes.
Yes. Confrontation is a part of communication.
So then wouldn't that mean that a lot of women just avoid communication because they're afraid of confrontation?
I think some women are afraid of confrontation. I'll admit that. Like, they do avoid communication.
So that's actually a very good point. Confrontation is a part of communication. And how you confront something is just as important. If you're coming at the confrontation, ready to argue, coming with hostility, that's not going to be effective communication. But if people are avoiding confrontation, how can you be an effective communicator? If something is bothering you, you need to confront what's bothering you. And I think the way you approach it, depending on the person, you need to know how you talk to your people, Like, for example, I understand that generally when you're talking to ladies, you have to come with a more gentle tone, or you have to come from a more empathetic perspective. Whereas if I'm talking to one of the fellas, I know with one of the fellas I can actually come with a more direct tone because they'll take it better. You need to know your person. You know, like the same way with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You need to know the people you're talking to. So if there is something that's bothering you, you need to confront it in a manner how you know the other person is going to receive it well. That's a good point. I like the point he made.
We don't know how to communicate sometimes, you know. We say, yeah, I'm fine, but that means like, you know.
So then how are women better at communication?
Because men don't communicate, so.
Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes,
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied, clearly. I'm not communicating well, duh.
You see, this is what I mean when I say it's complicated, breaks down people's words and uses it against them, like in a manner where somebody might actually look at themselves and be like, oh wait, actually I was lying, or I'm not right. So shout out to her for at least admitting at the end that, look, what I said was fault. And when it comes to communication, men or women, yeah, that's a tricky one. Depending on who you ask, everyone's gonna have their own answer, like on who's a better communicator. But I think in general, I'd say men are generally more effective communicators, because you find, like with a man, if there's something wrong or if I'm not happy about something, you find most men will actually say it. They're not gonna be like, oh no, it's fine. Like the lady was saying before, with most girls, if you ask most girls, hey, is everything okay? She's gonna be like, no, it's okay, everything's fine. And fellas, most of you know, when a girl says, oh no, everything's fine, everything is not fine. You already know that. But instead of her actually directly telling you, as the ladies have been saying, you need to read her mind or read her vibes, read her body language. Whereas when it comes to most men, if there is a problem, he's going to state it. So that's why I would say most men are generally more effective communicators.
Does no always mean no?
No.
Does yes always mean yes?
No.
So how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because no means fucking no.
Doesn't yes mean fucking yes?
Sometimes.
So then does sometimes maybe no maybe mean no, and sometimes no maybe means yes?
Yes means not yes when I want it to mean yes.
Who's better at communication, men or women?
Oh, with women for sure.
No's more stern. Yes is like you can go either way, but no is like done. Yes comes as a nicety, and no means no. That's it.
I was in the military and I've seen a lot of this, where women say yes to begin, and then when they're in captain's mast in trouble because the next morning they regretted it. So that's why men have to be careful and cautious on what they do. And alcohol makes everything worse, so don't even attempt to do it when there's alcohol involved.
Well, how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because that's the complication of women, sadly. No one can understand it, but that's the world we live in, sadly. It's not fair.
You know, does no always mean no, and does yes always mean yes? Yeah, that's tricky. And that's why I agree with the guy in the end. When it comes to consent, it's always best to avoid, if you guys are going to be doing anything physical or sexual and all that stuff, no alcohol, if you can avoid it. If there's no alcohol involved, at least that way you know both of you are completely sober-minded, and you do whatever you're doing. Because you can have situations where, you know, people hook up and maybe the next morning they regret hooking up, and then somebody can literally come against you and be like, this person forced themselves onto me, or I was not fully aware of what I was doing, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it can cause problems. So when you find situations like this, yeah, I mean, that's tricky. Does no always mean no? Does yes always mean yes? Yeah, that's actually a very good question. Very, very good question. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm going to wrap this video up over here. It's complicated. I'm going to drop the link to his channel down in the description box below. And yeah, just definitely, like, he has many good videos. The way he breaks down the questions, as I'm sure you guys have seen already in this video, he has many videos. I think he has like close to 300,000 subscribers. Like, very good. Like, I love his his video editing style and the way he asks his questions. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one, And before I do go, I want to thank you all for 2,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I remember when I first started this channel, I had 10. I had 10 subscribers. And now I'm at 2,000 with over 60,000 views. It's kind of crazy, but I appreciate you all. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.